Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining our live stream today. You join us at a bright, sunny Sandy Park for today's match between Exeter Chiefs and Harlequins. Before the teams come out, let's have a run through of the two sides. We'll start with the visitors then. Harlequins fullback Ellie Kildun, two wingers Freya Orkin and Izzy Mayhew. In the centres, Ella Cromack partners Lagi Tuima. Outside half is captain for today, Emily Scott. She's partnered by Lucy Packer. And up front row, Sylvia Turani, once of Exeter. She packs down a loose head, joined by Connie Powell, a hooker, and Babalawa Latcha at tight head. The second row, Sarah Bonner and Caitlin Leaney. And a back row of another ex-chief, Abby Fleming, on the blind side. Emily Robinson, vice-captain, at number 7, and Shauna Brown at number 8. The replacements for Quins, Caris Phillips, Jessie Spurrier and Hannah Duffy, the replacement front row. Danelle Lochner, Nicole White make up the other replacement forwards, and then the replacement backs, another ex-chief, Flo Robinson, Heather Cowell and Amy Lazel. And the Chiefs side for today, fullback vice-captain Meryn Doidge. She's partnered in the backfield by Claudia McDonald and Katie Buchanan on the wings. In the centres, Gabby Cantona and Kaneko Kobayashi continue their partnership. The halfbacks, Brooke Bradley and Alex Tessier. Up front, Hope Rogers is joined in the front row by two returning Canadians, Emily Totosi and Dalika Menin. In the second rows, Poppy Leach continues her reign as captain of the Chiefs. She's joined by Nicola Friday. And the back row, Ebony Jeffries, Maisie Allen, and on her 50th appearance for the Chiefs, Rachel Johnson. The replacements for the Chiefs, Daisy French, Abby Middlebrook and Lizzie Hanlon are the replacement front row. Harriet Miller-Mills and Taz Bricknell will look to bring some impact off the bench, joined by new Irish captain Adele McMahon. And then it's Mary McDonald, recently named in the Scotland squad, replacement scrum half, and Ailey Sinclair making up the 23. Should be a fantastic match today between two attacking sides, both looking to continue their march up the table. Quins have certainly found some form in recent games, so be interesting to see how they go as build-up continues here at Sandy Park. Just a couple of minutes to kick off. For the Chiefs, well, it was a good victory over Sale Sharks last time out. They had a rest week last weekend. Sitting currently in third place in the table, they'll be looking to solidify their place in the top 4. Susie Appleby looking for some consistency from her squad in front of what looks like a bumper crowd at Sandy Park. The usual guard of honour from the community chiefs line the pitch, ready to welcome both teams. Fantastic to see 150 of them here today having a coaching camp with the Exeter Chiefs community team. Really wonderful to see so many young girls involved in rugby in the Southwest, and I'm sure there'll be some future Chiefs among them. Harlequins then, led out by captain outside half Emily Scott. So a good ovation from the home crowd. Leading out the Chiefs then, on her 50th appearance for the club, Rachel Johnson. What a stalwart she has been, followed by her teammates, Poppy Leach and the mascot, leading everyone out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to say that we're joined on the stream today by Chiefs Emily McGee. Emily, warm welcome. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much. So great to be here on a beautiful, sunny British day. In actuality this time, it's not raining for now.
This is what it's always like. I don't know what you're talking about. Right, here we go then. Chiefs kicking off from left to right. Alex Tessier with the ball in her hands. Referee blows his whistle. Charlie Gaither, the man in the middle today, and we're off. Immediately taken in by fullback Ellie Kilden. She sends the ball downfield. Misfield there from Merendoj, but she manages to keep the ball in play. The sun is low into the eyes of the Chiefs in this first half. It's going to be difficult to take some of those high balls. Kilden again. Heads off, chips over the top, but it's cleared up well by Ebony Jeffries, who takes the ball into contact, tackled by Kilden. Brooke Bradley then. First touch of the ball. Nicola Friday carries well into contact. Bradley again. Finds Hope Rogers. As always with Hope Rogers, she beats that first defender and gets the Chiefs on the front foot. Out to Gabby Cantona. Nice chip over the top. Chased down by Tessier. Awkward bounce of a ball. No one can quite gather it, but it looks like Chiefs have come up with it. Poppy Leach doing the clean-up work. Out to Tutosi. Finds Rogers again. Quick ball. Kobayashi. Out to Dalika Menon in the midfield. The first chance going up from the Chiefs crowd. Ball popped off from Maisie Allen to Hope Rogers. That's 3 carries in the first minute for Hope Rogers. Ball spread wide to the right. Finds Claudia McDonald. Well tackled, but she does well to stay in field, McDonald. Really well. Bradley back in field then to Poppy Leach. Captain Leach carrying up on the Quins 22-metre line. Quick ball for Bradley. Finds Tessier out the back to Cantona. Well met though by the Quins defence. Brooke Bradley coming back this way to the right. Carried in by Emily Tutosi. Back in the starting 15 this week. Canadian international. Hope Rogers once more is getting through a mountain of work in these opening phases. Out to Tessier. Finds Cantona. Kobayashi can't quite link up with Katie Buchanan, but that's a promising start. Emily going through the phases well, keeping the ball well, and Hope Rogers carrying on the front foot as she does so well.
Hope Rogers is most definitely a force to be reckoned with. I can't believe that woman used to play sevens. Can you imagine that premise? Thankfully, she's no longer playing sevens for us little girls out there. But yeah, I mean, we're starting off really well. We knew it'd be a pretty hard-hitting game. And obviously, the Harlequins have some really good players. So I think so far, so good for us. So
far, so good. What a thought. Hope Rogers with enough space on a sevens field. Terrifying prospect for everyone. First line out then. Well won by Quins. Tapped back and carried well, but well met by Maisie Allen on the defensive line. Quins looking like they want to exit here, and that's exactly what they do. Boots a ball, and it's Katie Buchanan who's underneath it, and off she goes. Oh, it's Brooke Bradley. My apologies. Bradley carrying forward. Needs to get the ball away, and she does so. Chiefs set up then 10 metres away from the Quins 22. Poppy Leach off to Emily Tutosi. Another carry from Tutosi. She started this game well. Tessier, Merendoj in the midfield. The ball spread the ball wide, but it's well met in defence, and Gabby Cantona is sent backwards. Chiefs do well to recycle. Claudia McDonald in at 9, a position she does know well. Doige puts the ball on the foot. Referee, though, blows his whistle. Can't drop on a player on the ground. It's Izzy Mayhew back there cleaning up for Quins, and a nice escape for them. Lagi Tuima will look to drive the ball downfield. Tough one there, Emily. When you're going to compete for the ball, it's hard to not drop on it. It's a good kick there from Tuima.
Yeah, you think after all these hours of training and years of training, we know exactly where the ball was going to bounce, yet somehow that egg shape always gets us. You never quite know if it's going to go in your favor or not, and you really just at some point have to hope for the best. Absolutely,
absolutely. Right, second line out then. Sylvia Tarani giving instructions to Connie Powell, the Quins hooker. Complicated line out. Poppy Leach goes to compete, but Quins do well. Off the top ball. Spread into midfield. Scott passes out to Tuima, but good tackle by Gabby Cantona on the gain line. ball sent back for Robinson. Another good tackle from that Chiefs defensive line. Not giving an inch so far. It's a nice pop ball. Mayhew through a half gap. They keep going to that right, and it's Ellie Kildunn. And we know how dangerous Kildunn can be. Well shackled that time. Abby Fleming back on familiar territory. Scott. Oh, Hope Rogers went for the intercept in the midfield. It's just a knock on, and Quins retain possession. Lagi Tuima out to Mayhew on this our side, but she's well met by Claudia MacDonald. That tackle gets a big ovation from the Chiefs crowd. Shauna Brown carrying into Hope Rogers. They come back down this blind side. Claudia MacDonald again putting her body on the line. Tuima, nice feet from the outside centre. Quick ball from Packer. Good tackle from Hope Rogers. Quick ball out. Scott in the midfield. This Chiefs defence is not giving an inch. Some fearsome hits going on. This time, though, they go wide. And the ball's spilt, and it's found its way to Katie Buchanan, and we know how quick Buchanan is. She goes through her first man and powers her way into the 22. She only has a small frame, Buchanan, but that was some powerful carrying. This time, Rachel Johnson on the front foot. Tessier out the back. Merrin Deutsch once again. Hope Rogers, goodness me, she takes some stopping. Bradley coming to the right. Gabby Cantona finds Nicola Friday, but good defensive work there by Mayhew. Does well to shut down the attack. This time Maisie Allen takes the ball into contact just outside the Quins 22. Nice quick ball for Bradley. Finds Tessier, finds Ebony Jeffries on a line. Quick ball again. There's numbers here for the Chiefs if they can make it work. Claudia MacDonald. Oh, just ball doesn't quite go to hand on the outside. But Emily, fantastic to see. We know how fast Katie Buchanan is. She's a proper powerhouse as well. That was impressive play from her.
Listen, I have the displeasure of trying to go against her in defense in our trainings, and I have to say, she is small in size, but that woman can pack a heck of a punch. She's got basically firing on all cylinders. She's got a crazy step, she's got great acceleration, and if you get her in the right spot, she will just absolutely sit you on your butt.
See, that's the kind of insights we're looking for, Emily. That's why we called you into comms.
Yeah, hard-hitting information, I'm here for you.
Here we go then. Quins line-out has worked really nicely. Caitlin Leaney that time taking off the top, and it's Shauna Brown powering her way outside the 22. Nice exit play. And once again, Bradley covering that backfield and taking the ball straight back into the heart of this Quins defence. Poppy Leach whipping the ball away from 9 that time. Big tackle from Shauna Brown on Dalika Menin. Poppy Leach once again in scrum half. Cantona finds a bit of room on the inside. Nice step from the US international. Poppy Leach offloads once again to Hope Rogers. I think she must be in double digits of carries already. We haven't had 10 minutes yet. Merrin Deutsch looks for Kobayashi but doesn't quite find it. But Katie Buchanan in that wide channel does well to clear the ball up, but it's a penalty there against the Chiefs winger playing the ball on the floor. There's space in those wide channels. If the Chiefs can get the ball there, Emily, there's space for them to attack. Yeah,
we're definitely seeing that, especially with the wings that we have on the field right now, in the likes of Claudia MacDonald and KB. I mean, we've got it in spades, but as we just saw via Gabby, there's definitely some soft shoulders that the Harlequins are presenting to us. So if we can capitalize on that, we may get a sneaky little try somewhere.
Absolutely. Gabby Cantona, known for her try-scoring exploits, but nice
and
step.
Her sass, I would say.
Oh, I mean, if there's one thing she's known for, it is her sass. Don't get on the wrong side of Gabby. Right then, Quins on the halfway line. They'll look to string some phases together here. It's been hard work for the Londoners so far. A lot of defending within these opening 10 minutes. But lineouts looked good, set piece looked good. So, off the top ball, they come again. Into the backfield. Scott finds Kildunn on that outside line. Claudia MacDonald treading water. They find Mayhew on the outside, but it's a good tackle by Merrin Deutsch. Does well to cover across. Quick ball, Fleming finds Scott. Nice pressure, but they do well, Quins, to get the ball out into those wide channels. Tuima this time. Good tackle by Katie Buchanan. Fast rush defence from the Chiefs there. Poppy Leach shooting out of that third defender position. Emily Scott then into the midfield with Abby Fleming. Packer out to Scott. Kildun again. Kaneko Kobayashi tracking across, does well to bring down Kildun. And Chiefs holding Harlequins here around that halfway line. Packer forced to go to the boot. Unfortunately there, Merrin just putting the ball down in the backfield. It is going to be difficult catching with the sun so low into the eyes. It's a tough one to take there for the Chiefs fullback. But some ferocious hits coming in, Emily. I mean, there's no quarter given from either side so far.
No, so far it's been pretty evenly matched. We knew coming in it's going to be a tough one. I mean, they have a really strong team, especially with the likes of Ellie Kildun in the backfield. But so far so good. We're doing a pretty good job of both hitting them back and shutting them down, kind of where their threats are.
Absolutely. Let's see how the first scrum of the game goes. An area I know the Chiefs work very hard with Steve Salvin on.
That we do.
So we'll see how this first scrum goes. Bit messy on the first set. Sylvia Tirani, a player we know well down here at the Chiefs. She was with us last season. A real character to have around the place. See how she goes. She'll have scrummaged against Dalika Menin plenty of times in training. Interesting to see how those two go off against one another.
I have never met her. I never had the pleasure of playing against her, but I've already heard the stories. So she, definitely sounds like quite the character, you could say.
I think she left a legacy down here at the Chiefs.
Most definitely.
Packer to put the ball in then. We'll get a clean set this time. And it's a solid scrum from Quins. Quick ball, Packer to Scott in the midfield. Out to Kildun again. They're clearly using Kildun as a real weapon. Quick ball from Quins. This time, Ella Cromack carrying the ball well into contact, but fantastic work over the ball. Maisie Allen doing what she does oh so well. Once she gets into that position, she is so hard to move.
Yeah, she's definitely a workhorse, and she will just go after every single ball she sees. Any sliver of space, she's there, and oftentimes she wins it.
Absolutely. Another player who has come through the system here at Exeter, now earned her international colours. Fantastic to see her with England last summer, and hopefully with the coming Six Nations she'll get more opportunity to show what she can do on the big stage. Emily Totosi then to put the ball into this Chiefs line out. Up goes Poppy Leach, the captain, and it's a nice quick ball. Brooke Bradley out to Tessier. Oh, there's space on the edge there, but ball is a little bit scrappy. Katie Buchanan having to drop on it. Referee stopped there, and we're going to say scrum down to Quins. Spotted a knock on in the build up there. I can hear the coach's frustration to our left here, Emily. That's the one thing with where we're sat. You do hear everything. There is space there. There is definitely space there for the Chiefs. It's just a matter of execution and getting the ball in the right areas. Absolutely.
That's definitely something we've been working on, especially for this game. So the fact that we had that opportunity there and couldn't quite execute, that's definitely going to sting for the girls in the field. But I'm sure we'll see a lot more, and hopefully a lot more successful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Another scrum then. Nice solid set piece from Quins first time round. Packer gets the ball in. That scrum's not moving an inch. Brown pops it off to Packer, who sends it into the midfield along the floor, but Tuima clears the ball up nicely. Chip over the top, and Merrin Doige does well to scoop up the bouncing ball in the backfield. Brooke Bradley, quick ball, and it's Rachel Johnson on her 50th appearance, carrying hard into the Chiefs' defensive line, and she does that so often. So much of the hard grunt work is done by Rachel Johnson. Ball sent downfield by Tessier, and it's Kildun who puts the spiral up. That's a horrible one for Merrin Doige. She's got time here though. Doige from her inside her own 22 sends the ball up, and this is dangerous. Kildun, open space. She's got herself around Claudia McDonald, finds Scott on the infield, but Ebony Jeffries does so well tracking back to make that tackle, and it's scrappy ball at the back there. Tarani this time. Well tackled by Nicola Friday, but it's quick ball here for Quins. Out to their tight head, who runs into Hope Rogers and makes good ground. Quick ball, and there's space on the right. Abby Fleming, just 2 meters short now, Quins. The referee holds his arm out for an advantage. Great line. Just a metre short here. Right, this is where patience is key. No silly penalties from the Chiefs. We know how easy it is to get held up over your own line as well. Quins look to go to that pick and go. Just a metre short in the shadow of the Chiefs' posts. Popped up this time, and they are inches short. The referee's blown his whistle, but coming back for a penalty at that previous ruck.
I'm over here biting my nails, my gosh.
I mean, that's a really good example of how dangerous Ellie Kildun can be. You give her space, one-on-one, she is lethal.
100%, 100%. And we knew that going into it. I mean, she's a great player. Awesome to see her in England, but gosh darn, we hate playing against her, eh?
Yeah.
But it's a great challenge for us. I mean, it's roses on roses, essentially, on those wings.
Absolutely, absolutely. That should be a fantastic battle all day. Quins then, going to the line out. Good kick from Lagi Tuima, puts them 5 metres out. Prime driving maul territory here. It's a big Quins pack. Flo Robinson's ex-Chiefs, Flo Robinson, her older sister, Emily Robinson at 7. And that's exactly what they do. Go to the driving maul. Well set and starting to creep their way forward, but Chiefs defending well so far. Oh, but there we go. It's a try for the visitors. Quite difficult to see from here who's burst out of that maul to score it, but they will be very pleased with that. Under a lot of pressure in the opening phases, Quins, and struck straight back after quarter of an hour with a try of their own.
That was wild because the scrum, it wasn't going anywhere, that maul, and then all of a sudden there was a burst out the seam and then try.
Yeah, difficult to defend. Really difficult to defend 100%. In those places. Confirmed it was hooker Connie Powell who's got the try. So this will be a good test for the Chiefs. Quins have been improving. We know that they had a slow start to the season, but they have certainly looked improved in recent weeks, and they've taken an early lead here. Conversion attempt from Ella Cromack just off the upright. Lovely strike.
That's got to hurt a little bit. You're so close, but so far.
That has got to hurt. Right then, let's see how Exeter can bounce back from that try for Harlequins. Plenty of support here in the West Grandstands at Sandy Park. It's a good crowd in. They'll get behind the girls. And it'll be Alex Tessier back to take this restart. She sends it deep into the arms of Kildun, who puts the ball off the park. And it's going to be a Chiefs line out on the Harlequins 10-metre line. Good attacking ball here, Emily. This is the sort of play that backline will be licking their lips over.
100%. I mean, and the forwards, listen, we love our lineouts. Steve drills them every single day. I've never met a harder working pack of forwards here. So this is our bread and butter, and hopefully we can capitalize off of it.
Absolutely. Totosi then to put the ball into this line out. Call comes in from Poppy Leach. Oh, they try a clever move at the front. Doesn't quite work off, but the ball is back in Totosi's arms. And it's Hope Rogers offloading to Talika Menin. Props in tandem. Bradley finds Tessier, gets the ball out to Maisie Allen in the midfield. Great run by Maisie Allen. She drives her way into the Quins 22, and it's lovely quick ball out to Kobayashi. Kobayashi takes the ball to the line. Just 5 metres short here for the Chiefs. Bradley once again into Leach. Pops it off to Ebony Jeffries. Well met by the Quins defensive line. Brooke Bradley finds Talika Menin. Good carry by the Canadian international tight head. Patience is key here now for this Chiefs team. Nicola Friday takes the ball into contact. Popped off to Hope Rogers. Once again, over the gain line. Poppy Leach organising things. Out it comes to Dalika Menin once more. Good burst by Dalika Menin. And she is over for the try. Fantastic score from the Canadian tight head. She is such a powerful carrier, such a dynamic forward. And a lovely score, Emily.
Oh, Canada, indeed. Let's go. That was absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, I mean, this is such a tight game that mere minutes ago, the Harlequins were scoring, and now, well, we had, let's say 10 phases, and all of a sudden we're off scoring on their end. So it's anyone's game. Hopefully ours, but anyone's game.
Absolutely. I think that goes to show the Chiefs have got power runners all across this pack. Maisie Allen making the initial bust. Dalika Menin getting over for the try. Hope Rogers doing what Hope Rogers does so well. They've got threats across the park.
Absolutely. I really love that Hope Rogers, instead of going around looking for gaps, she just opts to go straight through. And you know what? I respect that. I wish I could do that, but unfortunately I was not built the same way.
Gabby Cantona then. Excellent off the boot 2 weeks ago against Sale, with her opening kick of the match. Lovely strike. Good kick by the US Eagle. And Chiefs take the lead. 20 minutes on the clock. Exeter Chiefs 7, Harlequins 5. That's more like it from the Chiefs. Patience, going through the phases, not rushing things.
Once we get ball in hand and we chill out a little bit, we can make some magic happen, for
Absolutely,
sure.
absolutely. Ellie Kildun then to take the restart. It's a bit of a wobbler, and it doesn't quite go the required 10 metres. So, Chiefs have the option, and they decide to go for the scrum on the halfway line. Another, we just spoke about it, perfect attacking positions. Last one led to a try. Midfield scrum. This is the sort of thing that a backline like the Chiefs will be licking their lips over.
Absolutely. With the amount of depth that we have in our backline as well, we have run so many options that you never really know where the ball is going to go until you actually put it there.
Brooke Bradley to put the ball in there. First few scrums have been very evenly matched. Let's see how this one plays out. Well, referee's lost patience. Free kick, and Rachel Johnson takes it quickly, and off she goes. Ooh, blimey, that was some run from Rachel Johnson. She's gone straight over the top of Shauna Brown, who does well to bounce back to her feet. In the meantime, Chiefs have got the ball wide to the left, and it's Katie Buchanan again making fantastic yards in that 5-metre channel. Nicola Friday pops the ball back to Alex Tessier. Nice step from Alex Tessier. Beats Kildun. She's dragged down just 5 metres short. Quick ball from Bradley. Finds Poppy Leach. Out to Kaneko Kobayashi. Quick ball. Ball goes down though from Claudia McDonald. The pass just behind her. Chiefs so eager to get the ball across the back line into those wide channels. But promising play once again, Emily. I know those last hands didn't quite work out, but that is a show of what this Chiefs team can do.
Absolutely. I mean, the excitement is palpable. Obviously, we couldn't quite finish. Susie's been on our case a little bit for not completing the amount of times we get into the scoring zone. We don't quite execute as many as we should. We don't come with as many points. So I'm really hoping we don't repeat that out here. We're going to get an earful.
Right then. It's a tough defensive scrum here for Harlequins. Packer to put the ball in. Chiefs look to put the pressure on, but it's a good pick-up by Shauna Brown, and she gets through the first tackle of Maisie Allen. That's really fantastic play from the Quins number 8, exactly what they'll have needed in that position. Packer sets up again. This time it's Robinson who carries the ball in, just on their own 22-metre line. Ball back from Packer to Cromack, who sends the ball deep to Claudia McDonald. Always a buzz of excitement when Claudia McDonald gets the ball. She's tackled well by Mayhew, just inside the 10-metre line. Maisie Allen out the back to Poppy Leach. Ball across to Nicola Friday, who does well to hang on to it. But it's Shauna Brown who's locked herself in over the ball. And it's a very good turnover by the Red Rose International. Again, once she's in that position, incredibly difficult to move. but fantastic. Whenever Claudia MacDonald gets her hands on the ball, there is a palpable spark of excitement through the crowd because they can't wait to see what she's going to do next.
I don't even know what she's going to do next, which is the most impressive part, honestly.
Ball kick to touch then by Quins. They'll have the throw into this line out. Connie Powell just on the Chiefs' 10-metre line. Nice attacking position here for the visitors. Sylvia Tarani passes across the messages. It's nice ball off the back of the line out, and Packer gets it into the midfield. Great tackle that time by Ebony Jeffries on her opposite number, Abby Fleming. Shauna Brown carries into Alex Tessier. Good tackle from the Canadian outside half. Out to Kildun, who pops it infield to Connie Powell. This is better from Harlequins, stringing some phases together. Referee sends the defensive line back as Fleming carries it in once more. Packer out to Scott. Good tackle by Rachel Johnson. She's not afraid to put her head where it hurts. And Emily Tutossi hitting that ruck. Tarani this time carries the ball in. Sets it up. Packer out to Kildun. This time wrapped up by Alex Tessier and Dalika Menin. And I don't think that ball's coming out of there anytime soon.
Love to see that.
Fantastic defence that time. Two Canadian internationals wrapped up Kildun, held her off the floor, formed the maul, and ultimately earned the turnover for the Chiefs. Wonderful defensive play, Emily.
I think few things can beat that feeling when you have a dangerous player that like Ellie and that you just wrap her up and then she's not going anywhere. It's great.
I suspect once Dalika Menin gets her arms around you, you're not going anywhere. Right, here we go then. Chiefs put into the scrum. This really has been a very evenly matched battle up front so far.
Yeah, you can tell that just by the lack of movement that happened in the scrums.
Absolutely, rock solid from both teams. Let's see how we get along this time. Tarani pops her head out. She's not happy about something. Referee will start to lose patience with these scrums if they don't get tidied up a little bit. Struggling a bit on the engagement. Bradley then to put the ball in. Once again, rock solid scrum. No movement either way. Out it goes to Tessier. Pops it up to Cantona, who carries well over the gain line. Dragged down by Emily Scott. Rachel Johnson offloads to Poppy Leach. Again, makes good ground. Good pass by Bradley. Out to Tessier. Floated across to Katie Buchanan. And the speedster's off. Infield to Claudia MacDonald. Steps the final defender. That is world class. We know when they get it right, they are so impressive. This back three, full of talent, Emily. Claudia MacDonald and Katie Buchanan in sync. Wonderful try.
It's beautiful. It just comes down to something as simple as a 2-on-1. It's next to impossible for defenders. They have to make a decision. And so ultimately, if you make the right choice, you're in. As we just saw, it looked like cake.
It's simple when you put it like that, isn't it? It's much harder to execute in reality. But those two are lethal, and combining together, that is very impressive play. Cantona will have her next attempt from right in front of the uprights to extend this Chiefs lead.
It's going to be an exciting Six Nations with an England team like what we have gearing up for right now.
Absolutely. I think a scary prospect for the other teams involved in the tournament. Here we go then. Gabby Cantona from right in front of the posts. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it. Lovely strike from Cantona. She goes 2 from 2. And the Exeter Chiefs extend their lead. It's now Chiefs 14, Harlequins 5. It's going to be Ellie Kildun once again who will take the restart. Deep in conversation with referee Charlie Gaither there. Let's hope Kildun has a better effort than last one. Great restart. Very competitive, and Quins do well to get the ball back. Ebony Jeffries brave on the floor, but she's beaten to it by Shauna Brown. And Packer sends it out to the right. Connie Powell is met by Rachel Johnson and sent backwards. Tarani carries the ball into Poppy Leach. Maisie Allen competes but doesn't quite get her hands on it that time. Scott out to Tuima. Good defence by the Chiefs. This time told to release. Packer sends it into the backfield. She finds a bit of space and it's an awkward bounce of the ball, but Alex Tessier does well to recover it. And off she goes. Sends it downfield herself. Ellie Kildun is tracking across, and this is where she is so dangerous. Kildun, off she goes. She is lightning quick. Chip over the top. Claudia McDonald does so well to recover the ball back there and recycle it for the Chiefs. But you cannot give Ellie Kildun an inch of space. Hope Rogers, off she goes. Releases the ball, gets up, goes again. Driving her way forward to the 10-metre line. All those post-contact meters that Hope Rogers earns are vital. Oh, this time, charge down from Tessier, but it bounces favourably for the Chiefs into the hands of Katie Buchanan. She carries into the heart of that Quins defence. Bradley, back to Tessier. She has another go at it. And this time, straight down the middle of the field, but she finds space. It's a long way for Ellie Kildun to go back for that one. She's got a bit of space. You can hear Susie Appleby screaming over my left shoulder for the defensive line to connect. And that's why she is so dangerous. Meryn Deutsch. That is good defensive work from the Chiefs. Always a bit of worry when Ellie Kildun gets her hands on the ball. But Meryn Deutsch and Claudia McDonald do well to track across there.
Teamwork making that dream work.
Absolutely, absolutely. That kick chase defensive line is so important, all about staying connected.
100%, and taking space when you can. I think we could have improved a little bit there and pushing up a little harder, because obviously we don't want to give Ellie any more space than we have to. But we did well to recuperate that, for sure.
Absolutely. It's going to be a Chiefs line out then, just on the halfway line. Totosi to send the ball in. She goes to the back, well won. Nicola Friday takes the ball down, and Chiefs look to set them all of their own. Cries of heave come from the crowd, and the Chiefs pack start to march their way forwards. Well set here, Totosi in the driving seat of the back. Bradley takes it away, out to Tessier, and the ball goes up from Alex Tessier. Once again, Ellie Kildun's underneath it. Sends another spiral down, well taken by Tessier, covering that backfield nicely, and she drives the ball back. Emily Scott this time, Quins captain. Sweeps up. Oh, it's a nice short chip over the top. And this is anyone's ball. Dalika Menin tapping the ball back onto Chiefs side. Swept up by Brooke Bradley. Poppy Leach plays the ball quickly away to her second row partner, Friday. Bradley back to Tessier. Oh, she slips under the pressure coming in from Packer. Shauna Brown is locked over the ball and wins the penalty for the visitors. And the referee not happy with some back chat there from the Chiefs players. They need to get a lid on that. But important not to get on the wrong side of the referee. It was all a little bit messy there, Emily.
Yeah, a little
Chiefs will be
heart-wrenching.
frustrated.
I mean, it does speak to the level, though, because it just comes down to the smallest little mistake that either team makes, we capitalize on it. So it's great to see that this level of rugby is being played here in the Women's League at Sandy Park. I love it.
Absolutely, you have to be on it every single second of every match here in the PWR. Right, last time Quins were in this position, they came away with a try. So they'll be looking to replicate that. It's Connie Powell who got the opening score to throw in. Well taken in the line out. They go to the driving maul again. Well set there from Quins. Ball at the back with Powell. Referee holds his arm out for advantage, pulling the ball down. This time out to Cromack. She's met by Kobayashi on the defensive line and just held up a metre short of that Chiefs try line. Out it goes. Powerful carry that time. And it's the tight head prop, Latcher, who has got Quinn's second score. And that goes to show, Emily, you cannot give... Oh dear, we've got a yellow card as well. Looks like Emily Totosi has been sent to the bin for dragging down the maul. So a double whammy for the Chiefs.
That is most definitely not what you want. You have to credit the Harlequins, though. When you get into that 5 meter, you have to come away with points, so you're not doing your job correctly. So the fact that they were able to capitalize on that, you know, hats off to them. But this yellow card, especially with, I think Emily is definitely gonna hurt a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. It'd be frustrated. Chiefs coaching team at the moment, but clinical from the visitors. They've been down in the Chiefs 22 twice. They've come away with 2 tries. That red zone efficiency is oh so important. Ella Cromack adding the 2 points, and that brings the scores: Exeter Chiefs 14, Harlequins 12. Tight and tense here at Sandy Park as we approach 5 minutes from half time. Sylvia Tarani looks like she's maybe changing a contact lens, so we'll wait for her to get ready.
Pesky eyeballs, who needs them?
Honestly,
right?
honestly. Tarani's all good, and Tessier will be ready to take the restart. Tessier sends it deep. Oh, the ball's left to bounce by the Quins. That'll frustrate their coaches, and Claudia MacDonald is straight onto it. Packer infield to Turani. Chiefs looking to cause a bit of a nuisance in that ruck, but Quins do well to recycle. Ball goes back to Crobat, who sends the ball deep downfield. Doige underneath it again. Safe hands from Merrin. Carries the ball up into the midfield. She's challenging that defensive line. Big collision with Lagi Tuima. That's easier said than done. Nice chip over the top from Tessier. It's Poppy Leach chasing it. Once again, awkward bounce of the ball. Packer does well to clean up at the back, and there's a bit of space here for Quins if they can find it. Second row, Sarah Bonner carries the ball up. Packer once again sends it back to Cromack, and once again sends it downfield. Merrin Doige back there again. Susie Appleby screaming at her to go at them, and she does just that. Runs into the teeth of that defence. Knees to ground, so the tackle's made, and Bradley able to recycle. Out it goes to Hope Rogers. Good carry once again by Hope Rogers. Bradley at the base of that ruck. Out to Tessier. Finds Ebony Jeffries in the midfield. Good carry from the Chiefs' blind side. Bradley, out it goes. Tessier, out to Kobayashi. Floats it out to Katie Buchanan. Again in a bit of space. Nice feet by Buchanan. Beats her first defender. And Chiefs earn the penalty. Not rolling away that time. Referee finding in favour of the home side.
Can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief right now. Those are pretty tense back and forth we had there for a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both teams looking to get a bit of parity from their kicking game. It looks like Alex Tessier is going to send this into the corner. Chiefs then with an attacking line out midway through the Quins 22.
This is definitely a good place for us to be in. We've practiced plays in this area a lot, and like I said earlier, fingers crossed we're going to capitalize, or we're definitely going to hear it from Susie. Not in a good way.
Well, we've got no Emily Totosi, but rather than bringing on another hooker, it's going to be Poppy Leach who throws into the line out. Just over the top of Nicola Friday. And Latcher can take the ball away for Quins. Frustrating there for the Chiefs. That was a good attacking opportunity. Ball kicked downfield to Buchanan. She's looked dangerous every time she's had it. Well tackled by Shauna Brown that time. Bradley is having to dig to get that one out, but it is Chiefs ball. Pop from Hope Rogers to Dalika Menin. Nice play there. Hope Rogers attracts defenders, and there's always space around her. Ball at the back from Tessier to Kobayashi. Cantona on a nice angle, fighting her way forward. Good carry from the Chiefs inside centre into the Quins 22. Bradley out to Poppy Leach. Well met on that defensive line by the Quins defence. Bradley comes back to the right then. Maisie Allen to Rachel Johnson. Powerful carry once again from the number 8. She always makes ground. Out to Hope Rogers. Big dent made in the Quins defensive line. Bradley out to Tessier. There's space here. Nicola Friday with the fend. Gets around the corner. Quick ball here for Bradley, and there's room. She finds Tessier. Tessier attacks the defence, but well tackled by Shauna Brown. And it's a penalty there against the Chiefs. I'm not quite sure what that was for.
Whatever it was, it's heartbreaking.
Emily is living every minute of this game next to me.
It's hard not to get into it, especially in front of a home crowd. We got the drums going, we got the cheers, we got the boos, we got the ahs, we got it all.
It's going to be Lagi Tuima then to bring an end to that first half.
Oh my goodness.
Scores at the break. Exeter Chiefs 14, Harlequins 12. Very, very competitive opening 40 minutes. Emily, try and sum that one up for us.
Oh man, that's a good question. I mean, a lot of back and forth. The Quins have obviously come here to play. I think I can speak on behalf of the Chiefs. We were hoping to be a little bit further up ahead of the Quins at this point, because we were expecting it to be obviously a tough match, but to come out on top ultimately. And kind of we're seeing that the Quins are not messing around, and either team, any little mistake we make, we're ready to capitalize on that fully. And if we can just tidy up those little bits, those little details when we get into their 22 and come away with points, oh man, it'd be a much easier day here and a much more relaxing experience for good old Susie Appleby, I can only imagine.
Well, you heard it there. If Chiefs can tidy up some of those red zone moments, I think there are opportunities to be had. But as things stand, Exeter Chiefs 14, Harlequins 12. Join us after the break for the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've had some on-pitch entertainment, we've had some singing, we've had some games with the crowd, and now our two teams are returning to the pitch. A big ovation for the home side. Just scanning across, and it doesn't look like we've got any changes. Looks like teams as they were. Big second half coming up here. Exeter Chiefs 14, Harlequins 12. And it's going to be Quins who kick off left to right. This time it'll be the visitors playing into the sun. Let's see if that becomes a factor in this second half as it gradually sets over the south stand. Tough conditions, but beautiful bright sunshine. We can't complain too much. Ellie Kildun then. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. The ball just didn't cross the halfway line. That's a new one. It's going to be Chiefs who have the butt into the scrum to start this second half.
Definitely rare at this level.
Absolutely,
definitely rare.
absolutely. Chiefs forced to make a quick replacement then. Daisy French coming onto the field. Ebony Jeffries making way. That's for the yellow card to Emily Titosi. So I expect to see Ebony Jeffries back on shortly, but for the time being, it's Daisy French into the centre of that front row, and she'll be packing down immediately for a scrum. Oh, to be a hooker, eh?
Thankfully, something I know very little about.
Brooke Bradley then to get us started. She'll be putting the ball in. Quins get a bit of a nudge on there, but it's Rachel Johnson who takes the ball away. She finds Alex Tessier, who's tackled well by Lucy Packer just inside the Quins half. Bradley out to Rogers, who got through an absolute mountain of work in that first 40. And once again, she's over the gain line. Ball from Bradley back to Rachel Johnson. Bradley again finds Nicola Friday. Irish second row carrying hard into contact, and it's referee's got his arm out for an advantage. I think that might have been a bit high on Nicola Friday. And indeed, we come back for that tackle. Yeah, high tackle indeed, and it's going to be Chiefs who have the opportunity to drive the ball deep into Quins territory. Nice settled start to this half, Emily.
Yeah,
and
so
Chiefs
far
with the opportunity to get their hands on the ball straight away.
looking pretty solid. I mean, we're about to put to the test and see if we're about to capitalize on our positioning or if we're going to continue to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, we talked a lot in that first half about being clinical in these attacking areas. Important for Chiefs to show that attacking intent. Just going to have a little break here for Rachel Johnson to be seen by the medics. Hopefully nothing too serious. Johnson obviously making her 50th appearance today. She's tough as teak, won't be coming off easily. And it's Daisy French who's going to throw in to this line out. Hope Rogers delivers the instructions. Maisie Allen and Poppy Leach take their positions. Call comes in from Leach. Ball to the front. And it's a dummy throw called there by the referee. Don't see that often. Charlie Gaither spotting a little dummy throw from Daisy French. That's a frustrating one. Free kick to Quins. And another attacking opportunity goes begging for the Chiefs. Emily looking at me as if not to remind her of that, because Susie won't be happy later. Lagituima sends the ball up from the free kick then. And it's Meryn Deutsch underneath it. She passes the ball out to Claudia MacDonald. And MacDonald looks for space in the backfield, chips over the top. Bounce of the ball just favours Emily Scott. She's well met by MacDonald with the hit. Packer out to Fleming. She's brought down on the Quins 10-metre line. Back the ball goes to Cromack, who sends it downfield and finds some space. Alex Tessier tracking back there. Tessier sends it downfield. Emily Scott tracking across. Awkward bouncing ball. It's all gone backwards though, despite the cries of indignation from the crowd. They're not happy. Ellie Kildun looks to go on the outside, but she's brought down by a combination of Rachel Johnson and Katie Buchanan.
Absolutely
Packer.
lucky on that one.
No comment. Packer out into the midfield, finds Scott. Abby Fleming carries well. She's carried hard for the visitors today. Back on familiar territory. Shauna Brown, good carry. Nicola Friday brings her down. Out to, oh, what a collision that is. Gabby Cantona and Sylvia Turani meeting each other on the gain line. This time, Tuima. There's space out here for Quins if they can get the ball there. And it's out to Ellie Kildun. She does well to beat Katie Buchanan. Oh, the ball just wins the race in the end there. It's going to be a Chiefs line out on the 5 metre line, but Ellie Kildun finding space again.
It looks like both teams are wasting absolutely no time in putting on a show for us here at Sandy Park. Oh my goodness, we're already at a nail biter.
Absolutely, 100 miles an hour, non-stop. Daisy French looking to redeem herself. It's a tough line out for the replacement hooker. Ball goes in, as well taken by Nicola Friday. Totemic Irish second row. And Chiefs look to drive their way out of Coffin Corner. Bradley then with her hands on the ball at the back of the maul. Ball goes back to Tessier. Tessier sends it downfield. Well taken by Freya Orkin. Nice step once again by Kildun. She's brought down by Poppy Leach. Well tackled by the Chiefs captain, but it's quick ball for the visitors. Out to Scott. To Cromack. Cromack puts the ball on the toe. It's an awkward one, but it's Claudia McDonald doing well to track back there. And Meryn Doidge wasting no time. She's off. But, well, referee has given advantage to the visitors there. I'm not quite sure why that's a Quinn scrum, but we play on. And returning from the sin bin, Emily Chitosi back into the field. Ebony Jeffries again back into the fray.
An interesting call by the ref there, because it looked like the tackle was completed, but they were not releasing. And then so to call, it looked like a rip that kind of led to a knock-on. Confuses me slightly.
There we go. Diplomatically done there by Emily. It's going to be Quinn's put into the ball then, put the ball into the scrum. Good attacking position for the visitors. Midfield scrum, midway between the Chiefs 22 and the 10 metre line. Looks like a substitution for Quinn's. Coming onto the field, number 22, Heather Cowell. She looks like it's Freya Orkin who's left the field. Scrum packs down and Packer gets the ball in. Chiefs look to go to work on that scrum, but Shauna Brown does very well to recycle it. Kaneko comes in field to make the tackle, but that is a fantastic finish by Heather Cowell. She's just onto the field, the replacement winger, and she has done superbly well to score from that position. Meryn Doidge will be disappointed with that tackle, Emily. Good try for the visitors, though.
I mean, it's one of those things that you kind of love to hate. Like, obviously, good for Cal just coming on and scoring that try within 30 seconds of her stepping onto the field. Disappointing bit for the Chiefs, though, with our defense just breaking down slightly. And as we saw in that first half, any little chance that we get to the Harlequins, they're going to capitalize. And we've seen when they come into our 22, they walk away with points. So it's really, really important that we just clean some things up.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like Emily's going to need to go for a lie down after this game. She's living every moment of it. And this time, Ella Cromack lines up the conversion. Tough kick for the inside centre. Cromack. Nice strike. Fantastic kick. Very, very good kick by the Quins inside centre. And they extend the lead. It's now Exeter Chiefs 14, Harlequins 19, as replacements are made for the home team. Leaving the field, Ebony Jeffries. She's replaced by Adele McMahon. And we're off. Abby Fleming carries the ball well into contact. Good to see McMahon on the field named Irish co-captain this week. Emily, fantastic for her. And you know that she likes to make a hit in those defensive lines.
Oh, yeah. We call her Tricky. She is just an absolute force to be reckoned with. So consistent and also such a great team player as well. She's really someone you can go to if you need support. So happy for her having been named co-captain. I think she absolutely has worked hard for it and deserves it.
Absolutely right there. Absolutely right. It's going to be a line out then to Harlequins on that far side. Sandy Park bathed in sunshine now. Connie Powell to throw the ball in at this line out. Important defensive set here for the Chiefs. They can't allow Harlequins to get more than one score in the lead. Good flat pass from Emily Scott with Lagi Tuima crashing over that advantage line. Referee holds his arm out again for a penalty. No clear release the call, and the number of penalties will start to be concerning the Chiefs coaching staff, as Lagi Tuima has another opportunity to drive the Londoners downfield. Got to tidy up their discipline a little bit here, Emily.
We've had an issue in the last couple games.
That's a frustrating one. Ball didn't quite find the touchline, but Katie Buchanan and Merrin Doidge getting in each other's way a little bit. A knock on there. And it's going to be a scrum down for the visitors just on the Chiefs' 22-metre line. A few too many mistakes creeping into the game.
A little bit. I mean, but this is a key turning point of the game. We really have to. This is kind of where you make or break it. Either you're able to kind of pull yourself up by the breeches, put on your big girl pants, and kind of get to it, or we can see a slow dissolve of the team. So, I mean, hopefully we can rely on our teamwork and our community to pull ourselves out and tidy things up a little bit.
Absolutely important now for leaders to stand up. Like Sir Poppy Leach, a captain, will be talking to this team. A big Chiefs scrum, but Shauna Brown does well to protect it at the back. And the Quins are on the attack in the midfield. Lagi Tuima, nice step on the inside. Pack a quick ball here. Out to Scott. Finds Kildun. Kildun once again puts it on the toe. Dribbles the ball through. But it is going to be a Chiefs line out on that 5-metre line. Not a nice place for the Chiefs to be pinned back, but
I have faith. I have faith in our lineup. We've got this.
Absolutely. Emily Tatosi to throw the ball in. We know how reliable they are. I don't want to say things like that, though. That feels like we're putting the mockers on them. Call comes in from Poppy Leach. In it goes. Well taken by Poppy Leach. Good drill there from the home team. And they win that penalty advantage. Exactly the exit they'll have been looking for. There's an opportunity here, but referees come back for the penalty advantage. Good exit from that Chiefs forward pack. Excellent drills and winning that all-important penalty to give the Chiefs a nice exit.
Absolutely, and that all-important little boost in confidence and forward momentum as well. As you can see, we can break down a little bit, but what's important is we rally and bring it back together to gain some ground. Absolutely.
It's going to be Chiefs line out again then, this time just outside their 22. Bit of a breeze blowing around Sandy Park as always. It looks like it's going from left to right, just with Harlequins in this second half. Tatosi then. In the ball goes. Good disrupting work there from the visitors, but it's cleaned up by the Chiefs, and they get the ball out to Tricky. Adele McMahon carries ferociously into that Quins defence, but it's another penalty. Once again, Charlie Gaither, referee today, finding fault in the Chiefs in and around that ruck time. Side entry given against Poppy Leach. And Lagi Tuima has another opportunity to put the Harlequins on the front foot. And the first chant of "Come on, you Quins" rolls around Sandy Park. A few visiting fans making their voices heard.
We ran into a similar issue with discipline against Bristol Bears, which really kind of put us behind. We ended up losing that game. So it does feel a little bit like history repeating itself here, but I'm hoping that we can clean things up, learn from our mistakes, and come away with this one.
Absolutely. Harlequins then get the ball in and set up that driving maul. Well set maul from the visiting team. Chiefs look like they've split the scene, so Packer gets the ball away. Good tackle in the midfield on Cromack from Alex Tessier. Packer, quick ball, finds Abby Fleming. Who's stripped of the ball by Kabi Cantona. Oh, and unlucky for Kaneko Kobayashi. She is just loses the ball forward on the break, so Quinn's still on the attack. This time, Emily Robinson carries hard. Out to Shauna Brown in the midfield. Well tackled by Adele McMahon. Packer comes back this way. Finds Emily Scott. Scott gets the ball out. Nice infield pass, but it looks like Gabby Cantona might have got herself in the way. She has. Important intervention from the Exeter Chiefs inside centre. Right place, right time. Saving the Chiefs there. And the Chiefs looking to work their way out from a horrible position down in this corner. Hope Rogers powering forwards. Ball sent back to Alex Tessier, who drives it downfield. And she's found space, but quickly filling that space is Izzy Mayhew and Ellie Kildun. Mayhew takes the ball in this time. Well tackled by Kaneko Kobayashi. Packer takes her time, waits for forward pack to get in position, and Shauna Brown carries through contact. Chiefs fighting hard at ruck time, but Quinn's maintained possession. Packer out to Tweema. Ball goes through, finds its way to Caitlin Leaney. Back infield to Sarah Bonner. She's well met by Poppy Leach on the advantage line. Poppy Leach and Tricky making a mess of that ruck time, but it's still Quinn's ball. They go left. Tuima finds Cromack, finds Kildun. Claudia McDonald having to mark a lot of space there. Big tackle coming in on that wide outside. I think that's Merrin Doige coming in to make the hit. Kildun gets the ball infield to Sylvia Turani. She's met by Hope Rogers. Packer finds Tuima. Long phases of possession here, but they keep coming forwards. Emily Scott juggles with it, but keeps the ball. Leamy runs into Nicola Friday. Maisie Allen goes in to compete for the ball. I'm not sure that was a... No. Keep your mouth shut there, Jack. Penalty goes against Maisie Allen at ruck time. And the discipline is causing Chiefs problems here. They can't get out of their own half at the moment. Lagi Tuima drives the ball into the Chiefs 22, and the Quins will have another attacking opportunity.
What a series of play, though. Oh my gosh. That was just non-stop for about 45 seconds there. It must be exhausting. Looks like it.
Phase after phase.
My heart's racing just watching them.
Connie Powell then gets instructions from Sylvia Tarani and Lucy Packer. Oh. That looks like it's gone forward. And a somewhat ironic cheer goes up around Sandy Park that the decision has gone the Chiefs' way. Better noise from the crowd. They enjoyed that one. It's going to be a Chiefs put into the scrum on the 22-metre line. More replacements coming our way then. Looks like Danelle Lochner is going to be entering the fray. She'll be coming into that forward pack. It's a big pack that Harlequins have brought with them today. But she'll have to wait her turn. It's going to be Brooke Bradley to put into this scrum. Once again, though, referee's not happy and we're going to have a reset. Chiefs have looked like they've started to get the upper hand in the scrums. Let's see if they can get a little bit of a march on here and earn themselves a penalty.
It would be a nice change of pace from us giving away all the penalties.
Here we go then. Bradley. Ball goes in. And it's Rachel Johnson who picks up from the back. Off she goes. Through Packer, through Scott. Adele McMahon comes round the corner. Good ground made by the Irish blindside. Out it goes to Tessier. Finds Katie Buchanan. Ball goes to deck there though. And it looks like it's going to be Harlequins who get possession. Frustrating there from the Exeter Chiefs. A good exit would have been handy. Get them downfield. They've been stuck in this part of the field for a while as we get a raft of replacements coming onto the field. Shauna Brown leaving the field for Donnell Lochner, and it looks like Taz Bricknell and Harriet Miller-Mills coming on for the Chiefs, replacing Maisie Allen and Nicola Friday. So much experience coming off the bench for the Chiefs. Great to see Harriet Miller-Mills. She's been a wonderful addition this season, Emily. Absolutely.
We have talent coming off of the field and talent going onto the field. One thing we have in droves here at the Chiefs is depth in our squad. And Harriet's been having such a good season as well. And Taz, we were lucky to get her from Worcester as well when they unfortunately folded. So she's been a very, very welcome addition.
Absolutely. Right then, Harlequins backing down the scrum on the Chiefs' 22-metre line. Big scrum again from the Chiefs, but once more, Quinn's able to recycle. Scott in the midfield finds Tuima. Out to Kildun. Katie Buchanan comes in to shut down her space and does well to hang on. Packer goes back into the midfield. Rachel Johnson chopping down trees, as she always does. Tuima finds Connie Powell. Quick ball here for the visiting side. Tuima once more. Infield to Scott. Well met by Poppy Leach and Dalika Menin. Rachel Johnson. Wow. She has absolutely poleaxed someone in the midfield, but Quinn's retained possession. Quick ball. Kildun finds Robinson. Does well to get on the front foot. Emily Robinson. That's a good carry. Quick ball here. And it's Sylvia Tarani carrying in the midfield. She's well met by Adele McMahon. It is ferocious defence so far from the Chiefs. Tuima on a short ball. Retained possession, and the ball's gone back to Emily Scott. She sends it up into the arms of Meryn Doidge, and there's space here if they can get it there. Kobayashi finds Katie Buchanan. Fantastic tackle by Emily Robinson to get across. Really important intervention by the Quinn's back rower. Bradley into Rachel Johnson. Carries over the halfway line. Quick ball. Bradley finds Tessier. The crowd getting involved now. Miller-Mills offloads to Dalika Menin. Does well to stay on her feet that time. Bradley chips the ball over the top, but it's straight out. However, Chiefs had penalty advantage.
What an awesome series
Everyone
of
catch
play
their breath.
From both teams. I mean, you can see the girls starting to get a bit tired off the ground. The hits that are coming in, oh my gosh. Rachel with her sniper of a tackle on one of the Quins players was insane. That timing. Like, watching it is one thing, but when you're in the field trying to read where that ball is going, next to impossible. But when you get it right, oh boy, that's right up there with holding someone up in a tackle. When you snipe them from the back, highlight reel stuff for sure.
Alex Tessier then driving the ball into Harlequins just on that 22-metre line. And it's the first time we've had to look left in a while, Emily. Ball has all been played in the Chiefs' half.
It is most definitely a welcome change.
Replacement then for Harlequins coming off the field, number 2, Connie Powell. She's replaced by Welsh international Caris Phillips.
I think our bench brings with it a welcome addition to our energy and a whole lot of power. Oh my goodness.
Plenty of power coming off the Chiefs bench. Totosi then to throw into the line-out. Chiefs with good attacking ball. Rachel Johnson off the top. Bradley finds Cantona in the midfield. Tipped on from Bricknell to Adele McMahon. Quick ball here from Bradley. Finds Harriet Miller-Mills. Well met on the defensive line by Harlequins. Bradley looks left, goes right. Off she goes to Dalika Menin. Powerful carry once again by Menin. That's impressive stuff. Quick ball for Bradley. gets it away to Tessier. Cantona finds Merendoige in those wide channels. Poppy Leach carrying this time. Just well met though on that fearsome Quins defence. Driven back outside the 22. Tessier finds Kaneko Kobayashi. She floats it over to Hope Rogers. Rogers out to Buchanan. Katie Buchanan manages to hold her feet. Initially it looked like she'd been pulled down, but the Chiefs flyer regains her feet and drags herself over the try line. Really important score there.
Gosh. As you can probably hear by the crowd, we are very happy to see that. That was an amazing team effort. Some great hands coming in. I think it was Taz. And a beautiful pass over by Kaneko. Oh, and Hope with a 2-on-1. Oh my goodness. That is the stuff that dreams were made of here, ladies and gentlemen.
That was Hope Rogers showcasing those 7 skills you talked about earlier. Yeah. I think everyone from the Chiefs 15 got their hands on the ball at some point in those attacking phases. And we are level with Cantona, looking to add the 2 points. Tough kick here. Out on the wide left-hand side. Silence around Sandy Park. That one just drifts across the face of the posts, but it is all square with a quarter of an hour to go. Exeter Chiefs 19, Harlequins 19, and a replacement made for Quins coming onto the field. An old friend of ours down here at Chiefs, it's Flo Robinson. She replaces scrum half Lucy Packer. Good to see Flo Robinson back out there. Played so well for the Chiefs for a number of seasons. Made her move to play with her sister at Quins. As the ball's taken by Katie Buchanan. Good take from the Chiefs winger. And there's some real pace on this game. Men in once again in the midfield. Brooke Bradley looks back, finds Alex Tessier, who sends the ball downfield. It's a tough one. Ellie Kildan and Lagituima nearly getting each other's way, but it's Kildan who takes it. She sends it downfield to Tessier. Tessier takes the space before putting boot to ball. She finds grass into the arms of Kildan. Another one of those awkward spiralling kicks from Kildan. That bounces across into the arms of Claudia McDonald, who puts her foot down. But she's well tackled on the defensive line by Turani. Space then. Hope Rogers looks for the offload to Del McMahon, can't quite get it away. Bradley again finds Talika Menin. She's growing into this half. Bit scrappy at the back there, cleaned up by Harriet Miller-Mills. But Chiefs in possession. However, referee's going to stop the game because we're going to have looks like Hope Rogers, who's receiving a little bit of treatment from the medics. Hopefully nothing too serious for the loose head. This game is being played at 1,000,000 miles an hour, Emily.
I'm just along for the ride, it feels. Strap me in, oh my gosh. Yeah, what a game we have on our hands now. It was looking a little iffy there in the first half, but I mean, obviously the girls have come back with a vengeance, here to play, here to show the Quins what's what at Sandy Park. We do not want to go away with a loss here. And I mean, listen, we're pulling out some pretty magical stuff here. But
we are indeed.
Yeah, as we've seen, the Quins are not going to let it go easy. They've got some powerful players, so they're definitely not making it easy for us.
Not at all, not at all. We're back down for a scrum then. All 4 props still on the field from those starting lineups. Brooke Bradley to put the ball in. Oh, it looks like Quins have got a nudge on there. Yeah, and the penalty is given to Harlequins. Chiefs standing up under the pressure, and a big cheer from that forward park. They enjoyed that. Lagituima with another opportunity then to drive this ball into the Chiefs 22. Fantastic kick by Tuima. She puts it just 5 metres out. And it's going to be a big defensive set here for the Exeter Chiefs as they make a replacement in that front row. Coming onto the field, Lizzie Hanlon. She replaces Dalika Menon.
Dalika putting in such a big and important shift here. So many carries. She was such a key ball runner for the Chiefs, especially the first half. She can rest easy knowing she's done her part.
Absolutely. Always puts in 100% as Quins look to get on the attack then. Line out's well taken and they set up that driving maul. Caris Phillips in the back in the driving seat. Inching their way forward slowly but not going anywhere. Flo Robinson has to get the ball out. She does. But the referee has given a penalty. Looks like coming in the side there from the Exeter Chiefs. So another opportunity for Quins to get on the attack. These penalties are starting to ramp up against the home side. Tuima puts it out, and it's going to be another 5-metre attacking line out.
Yeah, these penalties coming in are absolutely killing the Chiefs' momentum. Obviously having a hard time trying to get any kind of go forward when you keep getting marched backwards.
Absolutely. Yeah, need to clean up their discipline in these last 10 minutes.
The Quins have done a good job so far coming away with points when they've been in this position, so hopefully they don't do that this time.
Well, ball's gone in from Phillips. Again, they look to set up that driving maul. Not going anywhere so far. Flo Robinson at the back, waiting for the ball to come out. Still in the arms of Caris Phillips. Referee now tells them to use it, and Flo Robinson takes the ball away. Out it goes to Cromack. She steps in field. Just stopped. Oh, sigh of relief from the Chiefs team. Ball held up just over the line. Cromack looked like she'd made it, but Charlie Gaither judging that the ball hadn't quite reached the ground, and it's going to be Chiefs who can take the restart from behind the goal line. Tessier with the ball in her hands. That
is a welcome show of heart from the Chiefs. We don't want to give it up that easy, and holding the ball up is definitely a big plus towards us. So hopefully we can continue that forward momentum, keep it clean, and capitalize.
Well, Ellie Kildun is back on the ball, and she has caused problems all afternoon. Robinson then. Scrappy ball in that ruck. Chiefs looking to cause problems, but Quins retain possession. Fleming gets it out. Latcher, good carry from the tight head. She's put a shift in this afternoon. Flo Robinson out to Lochner. Robinson takes the ball forward around the edge. Good carry. She finds her sister Emily Robinson. Cromack again. Out to Scott. Finds Kildun. Nice feet from Ellie Kildun, but no way through so far. Sylvia Tirani takes the ball in. She's tackled well by replacement Lizzie Hanlon. Robinson finds Phillips in the midfield. Once again, Robinson carries hard into this Chiefs defence. Ball out once more. Big forward carries coming from Quins now. They're starting to stamp some momentum on this game. Robinson out to the left, finds Phillips once more. Dragged down 8 metres away from that Chiefs try line. Sylvia Tirani well met, but she offloads to Flo Robinson. No way through so far. Totosi that time with the tackle. Ball comes out to Tirani once again, but ferocious defence from the Chiefs. No way through. Abby Fleming, she's met on the advantage line. Taz Bricknell looks to compete, but she can't quite win the ball. Ball comes up to Cromack. Offloads infield to Flo Robinson, dragged down by Merrin Doige. Bricknell once again tries to compete for the ball. Quins working their way through the phases. Patient play. Chiefs look like they might have overstacked a little bit on this right-hand side. 4 Chiefs defenders to no attackers.
It's all part of the system.
Okay, I'll believe that when I see it. Here we go. Quins, though, that ball's not going anywhere for the time being. They're going through that pick-and-go game, trying to suck in defenders. Heather Cowell has come out to this wide right-hand side for the Quins. But once more, pick-and-go. Powerful carry once again. This time, it's out from Cromack to Tweema. Gabby Cantona meets her very well on the advantage line. Robinson out to Cowell, but again, big tackle. This time in the 5-metre channel from the Chiefs, and they fight hard at ruck time. And they earn the penalty. That might just be the biggest cheer of the day from this Chiefs crowd. Fantastic defensive set, Emily, to hold them out there.
We have to, hats off to the girls on that one. Playing defense for that long is not easy, but we stuck to the system, filling the field. I know it looks like we're not against anybody, but that's just protecting on if the Harlequins were to come back all of a sudden. So it may look a little silly, but, that was just the most beautiful display of our system right there, and clearly it works.
Absolutely. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me, Emily. This is why you're here. All right. Chiefs with the attacking ball. Just been announced by the stadium announcer here that there's 1,849 fans in. Really good showing, particularly on a Six Nations weekend when there's so much rugby on. Wonderful to see so many people here. To toe-see them, to throw the ball into the line-out. Out it goes, well won by Miller Mills at the back. And Chiefs go to work. Driving maul, making its way downfield for the Chiefs. And still they march. Referee telling Quins players to get out. Caris Phillips looks to have done a good job, but Brooke Bradley smuggles it out. Ball goes to deck, unfortunately, cleaned up by Kaneko Kobayashi. Rachel Johnson carries hard, as she always does. Looks like Nicole White is onto the field for Quins. Out to Tessier. She puts a ball on the boot, and it's down to Kildun once again. Kildun on McDonald. Does well to slip through the first tackle, the England fullback. Flo Robinson gets the ball out, and it's Quins in possession on the halfway line. Robinson again goes to the left. Scott files Kildun. Tries to dance her way through defenders, but this time Claudia McDonald gets her wrapped up. We're into the final 5 here. Another big carry, that time from White. Robinson finds Scott. Fleming, well met in the midfield. Robinson coming the same way. Scott again finds Tuima. Taking the ball to the line. It's a nice play by Heather Cowell. She is difficult to put down. Cantona this time bringing her down. Poppy Leach brushes out of the line to make a tackle. Good work rate from the Chiefs captain, but it is still Quins who have the ball. It looks like it's Abby Fleming who's down on the far side for Quins, but they come this way. Good carry once again. That time, Caitlin Leaney making space. Out it goes to Turani. She's worked so hard today, Sylvia Turani, against her old team. Robinson picks and goes from the base and finds acres of space. Well tackled by Alex Tessier. Kildun finds Scott. Scott puts the ball on the boot, but is charged down by Cantona. However, Kildun picks the ball up on the 10-metre line, runs into Rachel Johnson. Never a good idea. Robinson. Once again, the ball's taken forward by these big Quins. Back, Hope Rogers desperately trying to get out of there. Not sure she can do much more than that. And she gets the benefit of the doubt from the referee. Scott pops it off to Phillips. There are a lot of tired bodies out there now. Rogers once again with the tackle. but Chiefs need to try and turn this ball over. Robinson taking her time at the base of the ruck. White carries forward. Well met once more. This time it's Cantona who's put in a real defensive shift. Scott. Just a little knock on there in the tackle. I think Katie Buchanan going for the intercept just got her fingertips on it.
Just nail-biting kind of rugby we're watching right now. I can barely get my breath.
A lot of players strewn across the field. Hope Rogers receiving a bit of treatment. Once again, the big loosehead has gone the full 80. I mean, some shift. She's got a heck of an engine, Hope Rogers.
Yeah, she is an absolutely remarkable player. And having come back from injury early this season, she's just a powerhouse. I mean, she puts her body on the line for her team, and her heart is just with rugby 110%.
Absolutely, absolutely. Gives everything every time she steps out onto the field.
The lack of stoppages in that last, what was it, a minute, 2 minutes, just speaks to the quality of rugby that are being played by both sides.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the fitness on display from both teams is incredibly impressive. A lot of players going the full 80 minutes.
The athletes that we have in our S&C program here at the Chiefs especially, I will brag about it. It is unreal. But yeah, the women here nowadays playing are just complete machines, especially balancing all that they do in their work, like in their life and in their work. Like, we're not full time, unfortunately. A lot of us have to have other commitments and support ourselves in different ways. So we have some quality rugby being played by some amazing women, and that never ceases to amaze me.
Absolutely. Could not agree with you more. Right then. The 80 minutes is slowly ticking to an end.
Send prayers, everyone. Send prayers.
Here we go. One last attacking play for Harlequins. Scrum down. Quins won a penalty from the last scrum. They'll be going after this one, no doubt. Big shunt comes in from Hope Rogers. Adele McMahon did really well to read that play. Flo Robinson thought she had a way down the blind side, but the Irish co-captain shut the door. Quins, though, still on the attack. Kildunn floats the ball wide. Heather Cowell has been dangerous since coming onto the field. That time she shut down well. Quins go left again. Space out there, and it's Emily Scott breaking through. Fantastic tackle. I can't see who that was. That was some hit. Crowd desperately trying to get behind the home team, but it is still Quins with ball in hand. Kildunn beats Tessier first time, dragged down by Taz Bricknell. Flo Robinson off the deck, carried forward by White. Good tackle by Emily Tutosi. She's worked hard all afternoon. Once again, Rachel Johnson, absolutely fearless. Robinson again finds Scott infield to Kildunn. Well shackled though by this Chiefs defence. They've watched her like a hawk in this second half. Fighting forward at ruck time is Lizzie Hanlon, but Quins still with possession. Karis Phillips drives forward. Robinson again, back at 9, finds Tuima. This is nail-biting stuff in the closing stages of the game. Good tackle. Once again, it's Tutosi who shoots out of the line to make it. But penalty given away that time. I think it's Captain Poppy Leach who's conceded the penalty on that occasion. Advantage being played to the visitors. Flo Robinson goes for the chip, knowing that she's got the advantage. And decisions to be made then for Quins. Do they go for the kicker goal? 19 all as we stand. Plenty of conversations going on. Tuima, Scott chatting to the referee, and Lagi Tuima points for the sticks.
It's the right call.
It is the right call.
Yeah. We've shown that the Chiefs, our defense is honestly on point at this point in the game, and we're not going to give any little inch up. So the fact that it comes down to a kick from this far out. Woo.
This is it. Lagi Tuima. The Tuima name, one that's well known down here in the southwest. Both of her brothers play for the Exeter Chiefs. To break Chiefs' hearts. Silence falls around Sandy Park. Tuima steps up. Strikes it. But the ball drops to the right and the Chiefs play. Claudia MacDonald. No one is going to settle for the draw today. Kobayashi finds Bricknell. Chiefs playing with fire here, but if they want to win, this is the only option. Referee blows a penalty for the Chiefs. Strap in, this game is not over yet, Emily.
Oh my gosh. You would think it's the final right now with the amount of tension in the air.
Offside penalty given that time, and Tessier has the opportunity to drive the Chiefs downfield, which she does. Good kick from the Canadian international. Takes the ball to almost to the 10-metre line. There are going to be some tired bodies out there now.
I respect the boldness of the Chiefs continuing to play in spite of this high, tense game that the Harlequins have shown they are not going to give up easy. So the fact that we're going for it just shows our heart. And we did score against Saracens in overtime, so you know what? I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
Here for the drama.
In front of this crowd, Chiefs then. The ball's over the top. It's into the arms of Caris Phillips. The hooker charges towards that 22, and Quinn's back on the front foot. Flo Robinson again. Finds Tuima. Out the back to Scott. She floats it wide. Heather Cowell in space. She's shackled by Claudia MacDonald. Katie Buchanan goes to compete for the ball, told to release it by the referee. Robinson finds Phillips. Tuima into the midfield. White has carried so hard since coming onto the field for Quins. Back this way then. Susie Appleby screaming to get them into touch. Robinson comes down the short side. Kildunn. Well met by Emily Tutosti. The heart on show from both teams, absolutely remarkable. Scott. Tarani, who has carried non-stop for Quins. Loose head prop. Out he goes to Tuima. Out the back. Amy Lazel's on now. Cuts in field. Dragged down just short. There's a Chiefs player down. Ball goes out to Latcher. And the referee has spotted a knock on, and that is going to be it. Full time then, Emily. Let's hope there's nothing too serious for Claudia MacDonald on that far hand side.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my wits about me again after that last actual play. Yeah, I mean, hopes go out to Claudia. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, look, that was some encounter. Yeah. 19 points apiece.
An absolute nail biter. I'm honestly
a nail
surprised.
biter right to the end, and both teams gave it absolutely everything. So, thank you all so much for joining us. That was heart and mouth stuff. We'll be back here on the 9th of March for a big fixture against Loughborough. We've got a double header against Exeter University, so we hope to see you all there. But until then, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to go have a lie down now. All the best.